So I need to tell you guys, the inspiration for my wedding sari was mostly taken from Sneha Reddy, Allu Arjun's wife. So I used to download a lot of their wedding pictures and keep it saved in my phone, and I really like the way she put that veil on her head. I think that's part of Telugu custom to put a veil on their head, and also put that chutti, and you know, she wore a baby pink colored sari, and also her jewelry, and how the color of the sari complemented her skin tone and how subtle it was. It was not a bright red, it was not a bright green, but it was a baby pink color sari, and it suited her so well. So I also wanted something which was not too traditional, but something that complemented me, that made me look like a princess. So that was what I had in my mind. I wanted to look like a princess. So the colors I had in mind was pink, gold and orange. You won't believe, guys, whenever like we go shopping or before we could step out to buy something, we actually have the thing in our head. So we knew what we were going for and what we were going to buy. So having a proper plan in your head actually makes your work effortless. It also like gives you 100% productivity. You will actually get what you want. So the first store I wanted to visit was Kumaran Silks in T Nagar. I had that in my mind. I didn't go to any random shop. So I went to Kumaran Silks T Nagar. Straight away we went to the silk sari section. And I told him very clearly, I am looking for a bridal sari. It should have orange, a little bit of pink and golden shades in the sari. So he was actually shocked to see a girl walking into the store and telling him what she actually wanted, because girls don't usually shop like that. They ask the shopkeeper to pull out all the saris, right? So I didn't do that. So he actually showed me a few saris of different combinations, pink and purple and other combinations, which I didn't like. So I told him clearly this is what I wanted, and he said, I'll bring you the sari that came in your dreams, madam. You will get the perfect sari that came in your dreams. So he went inside and he just brought 3 saris of these 3 combinations, orange, pink and golden. And as soon as we saw this sari, I picked it up, I opened it, I draped it on me. I completely loved it. How much time did we take to buy that sari?
Within 1 hour, I think everything was
half an hour to 1 hour.
Out of there.
We had to bill it and all that. So including that time, we took like half an hour to 1 hour to buy my wedding sari. After draping it and all that, so amazing.
I was pretty shocked. She looked stunning, and it was perfect for her. It just suited her. It just blended. It just made her stand out completely. I said, this is too good.
When I draped that sari around me in the shop, everybody were actually looking at me, and guess the cost of the sari.
Oh, we'll leave it to the comment section. Shall we do that?
Eventually.
Okay. Okay, so all you girls have to guess the cost of my sari and post it in the comment section. And after I receive a few comments, I'll pin my comment mentioning the cost of the sari. Okay?
Okay.
So it's up to you girls. Of course, we were on a budget, so you girls know I wouldn't have gone for a very expensive sari. So it's up to you to look at the sari and guess the price.
And she had a jewelry also in her mind with what kind of jewelry she's going to wear.
Yeah.
A little bit of Kerala style and all that she wanted. So
yeah, and I wanted to wear only gold jewelry for this silk sari, obviously.
And earrings were ultimate for her.
Yeah. So I love earrings. I love huge earrings, and I wanted to have a gold earring, a huge gold earring for my reception.
So earrings costed more than anything else for me. I never knew like earrings were going to be like drill such a big hole in the budget.
I know, because that was gold, right? So actually, like in Islam custom, the guy actually gives the girl some amount of money or valuable gift or gold as mahar. Okay, so this is called mahar.
We are in India, right, guys? So as per Indian custom, it's actually the guy who gets something, right? But
no, but in Islam, it's the girl who gets everything.
That's not fair. That's not fair, right? I mean, like.
So what happened, I told him this, and he agreed to that. He said, okay, anyways, we are buying it out of our money, right?
There's
I'll
nothing
give
to
you-
agree actually. We already had that planned up and it was already there in the budget.
Yeah.
And-
Actually, this earring alone was some kind of a gift to me, right? Like wedding gift or a birthday gift or something?
Yeah, but
Birthday gift, huh? That year's birthday gift or something, huh?
that's what I said eventually because I never got her anything for her birthday actually.
Yeah, because I told him I don't want anything. We were saving up all the money for our wedding. So the earring was actually half birthday gift and half wedding gift or whatever. So the earring alone costed us 68,000, I guess. It was 3 sovereign, and I want the jhumka type earring only. So it was such a big 3 sovereign jhumka earring, costed us almost 68,000.
I asked
So
her why
happy.
did she want so big? Won't her ears like fall off or something like that way? But then
And
as a-
people who came to our wedding, they came up on the stage and they touched my earring and they complimented me for the earring, and all my relatives, they kept asking me, where did you buy this earring? Where did you buy this earring? They also wanted to buy the same kind of earring for their daughters and all that. So I was very happy with the buy.
And I'm so happy that her relatives were so supportive, especially her mother's elder sister who actually got a lot of bangles and
Yeah. I got a lot of gold gifted from my aunts as well. So all that they did, and they were very happy for me.
yeah. And all I wanted to see was happiness in her face, and because a wedding is everything for a girl. For a guy, he just wears a suit and then it's over, and his best man giving a speech maybe. But then the most important part was, you know, the girl. You know, the wedding means it revolves entirely around the girl and the dress she wears and how she looks. That's all that
And
matters.
he didn't force me to, do it the Christian way. We kept it neutral. We didn't even do it the Islam way. Like it was, I mostly look like a Telugu bride. Even my beautician told me that I look like a Telugu bride. So we kept it neutral. We didn't follow any religious customs on our reception day. And so the sari part was over. For the jewelry, I had some gold jewelry with me, and I got a few gold gifts from my aunts and all that. So I used all that, and he gave me one long mango chain as gift, and he gifted me the earring, and he gifted me a very beautiful gold bracelet, which was again for about 3 sovereigns, which again costed about 70,000. So we shelled out a lot of money on buying gold because it's more like an investment, right?
Yeah.
So again, we have the money with us.
And then I got my wedding ring from her.
Oh yeah, so this wedding ring, I saved up so much of money. Every month I used to save 5,000 rupees. I used to put 5,000 in an RD, so that by the end of the year I get 60,000. So with the 60,000, I wanted to buy him his wedding ring. So again, for this wedding ring, we shopped and shopped and shopped. We went to a lot of shops. We actually found a lot of designs, but we didn't find a size. That was the most difficult part. He has like the huge one of the biggest
Okay, that'll
fingers
do.
in the world. His size was 23, I believe, and the maximum
Finger.
finger size, yeah. So okay, so the maximum size the shop had was only 22. So at last we found this one unique piece for this unique man in one of the stores, and this is actually platinum ring studded with 3 diamonds. So we fell in love with this, and this costed about
Yeah, I was not
65,000.
very-
My hard-earned money. I had to save up this money for one entire year.
See, money is money, right? And when she became the home minister and the finance minister, I never got one. I used to ask her for pocket money, baby, please give me something.
Now it's always pocket money for him.
Yeah, that's it, right? All my rights, my privileges, everything gone. Because actually, if I handle money, I just don't understand how can my account just come to zero balance out of nowhere. It just happens so quickly in my hands. So when she handles it, it's only pocket money for me, guys, and it's surprising actually. And even my friends are pretty shocked. Some of my friends don't even tell their wife how much they earn.
They don't.
But actually, sometimes I feel I don't know how much actually fell into the account.
He doesn't know. Every time he'll ask me how much fell in the account, and when he comes back home, he won't even know how much I have spent from his account for household expenses, for shopping and other things. So he'll just see whatever is left in the account and he'll try to manage with that.
And she now, along with my mother, both of them are saving pretty well. Putting the chitties, the fixed deposits, and LIC policies and all that. They are doing a fantastic job. They both are actually.
I don't calculate much, and I don't like. His mom is way better than me in saving. I only know to do the basic saving stuff like RD, FD, and all that. But his mom actually calculates the percentage, and he, like he chooses which is better over the other, and he puts the money in that. So I leave the saving part, financial part to his mom nowadays.
But overall, she's actually too good at it, and I basically don't want to handle the money. So all the jewelry part was covered by her, the wedding sari was covered by her, then she came to my wedding shirt to match it along with that. So I wanted my suit to be stitched and not like bought ready-made. I knew that I did not have much time, and I only had to go for the best because you get married only once. Right? So I went to the Raymond store and I gave my measurements, and they said it would cost around 11k, and they stitched my suit and kept it ready. My close relatives suggested to go to P.N. Rao. P.N. Rao or some place like that way. I went over there.
Rao and Sons or something.
Yeah. So I went over there, but then I was not very happy with that. So I stuck to Raymond, which is world class suits they have. So it was very nice, and
you can choose the material, you can choose the kind of cut, stitch, and everything. You can customize.
They have a lot of options and all
Yeah.
that. So I got this done right below my office in Mount Road. So I just went to my office, I saw the store down, I went there, gave my measurements, and for guys, shopping is so easy. And she just picked a particular shirt which would match with her dress. She made sure of that. And so that was shopping for me, and I had to get the decorations done. So
We
I
got you a nice like silk kind of a wedding shirt, right? That shirt
Yeah,
alone costed $2,000 or something.
that was 1,000. The other one, orange one, costed more.
Appriya?
Mm.
Okay.
The orange shirt she got me to match with the dress. Actually, I was carrying the gold and my shirt was golden. And
We
it
didn't
matched
like
with
the
sari.
orange shirt so much, but I wanted the shirt to match with my sari. He didn't like it so much, so he wore the white and the black. Okay, he was very comfortable with that, so I was happy.
Yeah, so I wanted to have that basic white, the neat tuxedo type of outlook. So I went for that, and that was clothes shopping for me was very
And
easy.
we got the bow and all that from Amazon, is it? We got it online, right?
Yeah, the bow.
The
was on.
bow and other like small accessories you can buy online, guys. These days it's cheap only.
Mhm.
And so before you plan to go shopping or something, you just have to write down everything, what all you
Oh.
need, what all you're going to buy,
She did that very
and the
well.
budget for it.
She did that very well. She had a
Yeah.
whole program in that,
Yeah,
and she
please write down the budget. Even if it's an arranged marriage, don't just go and choose whatever you see, because there will always be a better thing, a better option which comes for a lesser cost. So you should write down the budget and see what is available within the budget, so you can go for the best within the budget.
But of course, there are people, most of you, without any budget limits, so you can just go shoot away. Because
Yeah.
in India nowadays, I think weddings are all restricted to 50 people,
Yeah,
and everything is actually
that
more
makes sense
online.
actually.
more online. So the
Yeah.
photography is a very important part, and I managed to get my close friend who's been with me during school days as well. So he actually gave me a very good package for the photography, and we got 2 photographers and a videographer for a very basic price, and he was one of the photographers, so that he did not charge anything for himself. It
So
was a-
we actually got 3 photographers and 1 videographer covering the entire event.
And the best part was that there are charges when you borrow. Actually, these photographers, they use the latest cameras, So he had to rent the camera. They don't actually buy the latest cameras every single time. So they rent the camera. So the rental charges for that event was only what I paid basically. So
Yeah, so they
everything
did
else
not
came-
charge anything for themselves. It was only the camera rental charges that we paid, and my God, that was another God sent angel guy. Like God sends us such people. God gives His arms to us in the form of these guys, in the form of friends at the right time, at the right place. We are so blessed with him, Abhishek. We'll also leave his contact number and his studio information in the video. You guys should really check him out, check out his work. They did a brilliant job. We even took them with us for our post-wedding shoot to Ooty, and they did an amazing job, again for a very lesser cost. So if you're on a budget, you guys can check him out.
And he'll travel all over. Even
Yeah,
to
he
other
goes
states and all
abroad.
that. Yeah,
he goes to
abroad.
Malaysia, Singapore for weddings, and he's done his photography course from Malaysia. He's a certified photographer. It was amazing having them at our reception. You guys would have watched our reception video and all the pictures. How amazing they are, right?
Yeah, so pictures speak 1,000 words, right?
And we paid, I think, only 20,000 for the entire event. We paid 20,000 when people are paying more than 2 lakhs and 3 lakhs for an ordinary event. We paid only 20,000 for the entire event.
But guys, this was in 2015, so if the rates have changed a lot,
Yeah.
please do not mind. But he will give you the best offer if you mention our
You
name.
will not get a better deal anywhere outside. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, we are sure about that. And so the decorations was another big problem we have, because the decorator guy came, he showed us pictures, he said he'll do
We
the
were
whole,
not
like-
very happy with the decorator because he wanted to extract as much money as possible. He did not want to cooperate with us and give the best for us. But the hall also did not agree to bring another decorator. He was the in-house decorator for the hall, so we couldn't find any other decorator. We had to work with him, and we had to remind him about the budget over and over again, and he was not willing to give us the best deal. All these problems we had, and I wanted fresh flowers, right?
Fresh flowers,
I didn't
yeah.
want plastic flowers. I wanted fresh flowers for the decoration.
So in the last moment, what he did was he said, "Sir, this is what it is, and sorry, I could not get roses, so we got lilies instead." I said, "Come on, the whole plan has changed now." So the backdrop had to be covered with flowers, the front had to be covered with flowers. The supply did not come in or something like that way. I said, "Okay, where's the lights?" I fought with him in the last moment. Just before your wedding, when you don't have your parents to run the show and you do it all by yourself, you have to go and speak to these people. You have to go and speak to the food department. You have to go and speak to this decoration
He
department.
was the bridegroom, and instead of getting ready and instead of enjoying his wedding, he was running around talking to so many people and looking after all these departments and finding faults and correcting it all by himself. And
Because
I
she was busy with all the makeup and
Makeup.
all that, and I had to welcome the guests also because
he went and welcome. My God, Brandon, I put him through a lot, guys.
No,
Like,
no,
he
it
had
is-
to go and welcome the guests for his own wedding.
and make sure they give the welcome drinks and all that,
You
because to
can
that extent,
imagine. You can imagine our mindset
yeah.
at that time.
And at the last moment when the decorator comes and says, "Sir, we don't have lights today. Our lights are used for another function." How angry will you get? How pissed off will you get? So
How
I-
your face would change. There'd be no happiness on your face.
Actually,
right?
I had to pay him 5,000 extra to go and get me the lights immediately, because without lights, what photograph will look like, and the whole thing will look very dull and dark. So lights play an important role. So last moment, lot of changes happened, and we had to blend in. She was getting upset. I told her, "Relax, it's okay, I'll handle it." She was like, What is this? What are these flowers and all that?" But then I told her, "Keep calm, keep cool. Whatever it is, it's going to happen today, and you have to be
Even
smiling."
though I did all the planning, he ran the show, guys. It was completely his execution. It was completely
No, the plan-
his presence of mind and his hard work, and everything was his. I just did the planning.
No,
I
it-
just wrote down things.
No. I don't
Yeah.
agree to that, guys.
No,
It
no,
was
no.
both of us together.
No,
we
no,
were
no.
together in this. We really did our best, and the cake was another miracle, I would say. The cake came for a bomb of a price,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
one
yeah.
of the best things of our wedding.
Yeah, and even the cake we went at the last minute, right?
Yeah.
Like just 2 days before the wedding. while coming back home from somewhere, we crossed this cake shop.
Cake
we
Waves,
stopped the bike. I don't remember Cake Waves.
Mm.
We stopped the bike, we walked into the store, and there was a kind man inside, and he took the time. It was already 9:30 in the night.
Yeah, this was near Keelcut line, Madipakam Road.
And I already had the cake planned in my mind as usual, and I was crazy enough to explain it to him in the air. I want a white color cake with orange flowers flowing down on the step cake, and I want golden ribbons and golden border on the sides of the cake, and on the golden border I want white pearls stuck. And I was explaining all this to him, and he was patiently listening to me.
And he said what flavor you want, and he took the order, and I said I'll come and check on you the day before. And actually I came the next day, and he said, okay sir, don't worry, we'll handle it.
He handled everything, right?
Yeah.
Like there were some hiccups even with the cake, but that man was very sweet and he handled it himself. We need people like this, guys, in our life, like people who are responsible and who would handle the situation by themselves and not come to us and put the stress on us again. So that guy was so sweet, God bless him. And also, to cut down the cost, what we told him was, we asked him to put a dummy layer underneath for the third layer, and keep only the second layer and the first layer as the cake. Okay, so he understood that we were on a budget, and he told us that no need to go for a dummy layer, we'll go for the real cake layer. We can still give you a 3-step layered cake, and we can cut down the cost on the flavors that you choose.
Yeah. So
Very nice guy.
And the cake was delicious. Actually, people were waiting for the cake. They all wanted to
It was a
have
black
the cake.
forest cake,
Yeah.
and one layer was black forest and another layer was
It's vanilla.
vanilla, and another layer was black forest, I believe. It was alternate layers. And we just had, as soon as we cut the cake, we had a little bit on his mouth and on my mouth, and that's it. The cake was empty. We couldn't see the cake again.
We wanted to have the cake later, but the cake was over.
Oh, because the cake tasted delicious, and I wanted to eat more of the cake.
And she loves desserts.
I know.
The another thing which happened was the topping of the cake. The picture which you see, the doll on top of the cake. We actually wanted to do it in a fondant, but last minute what happened was
The fondant melted, I believe.
yeah. So he said, "Sir, we need to replace this. We need to get fondant won't last so long and all that. So you need to put a doll." Actually, I said, "That'll be heavy. It'll go inside the cake. It'll spoil it." He said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it. So it will cost you 165 rupees extra." And he took a picture of that doll and he sent, and I was shocked. I was like, "This is what I wanted in the first
Yeah.
place." It was so beautiful.
It was a girl and a boy standing together, and there was
Yeah,
a
bride and groom,
bride and groom standing, and there was a globe next to them. And when you switch it on, the globe will have different colors on it.
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
And see how responsible the guy was. Like, the fondant didn't work out. Anybody else in his place will simply say it didn't work out, and like, we'll just put some toppings. Instead of that, he understood what we wanted. He himself went to the shop and bought the doll for us, and he costed us exactly the amount that it costed.
He didn't take for his traveling expense or
He
anything
didn't
like
take
that.
anything.
Right? It was so sweet. And the cake turned out to be even more beautiful than what she described to that guy.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
The cake was a big hit, my sari was a hit, my jewelry was a hit, the food was a hit, the decoration was a hit only because of him. And the decoration costed us only 15,000, right? Entire decoration costed us only 15,000, but it looks so beautiful in the photographs. I wouldn't give any credit to the decorator.
Photographer
Sorry.
was a hit.
Yeah.
I was a hit. She was a hit.
Yeah, everybody who came to our wedding told me that I look like a princess, and that was what I wanted to hear. And it was lovely, my God.
So it was this big dream come true, and we managed to pull it off together, and I managed to see her happy, and that was all that mattered to me. And I gave her a wedding. At least I hope I did give her a wedding, which, every girl, her dream is her wedding. They start dreaming for it from they're 3 years old, I guess.
We are truly blessed to have arranged our own wedding, because I don't think anybody gets a chance for that. Usually, like, weddings are our parents' dream, right? Like, they do everything that they want. We don't get to choose many of the things, but we got to choose every silly thing for our wedding.
When you actually work towards it, and you reap the fruit of that work, actually is more beautiful because you have worked for it. You have gone through all that pain to get it done. So when you actually go through that pain, you really enjoy it even more. So that's what happened, guys, and we totally enjoyed our day. And
All the hard work, all the stress, all the pain, and we forgot everything on that day. Like, and especially when we look at the pictures, we feel so proud about ourselves.